Hello guys, and here is your weekly dose of urban news. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update, and as always, a massive thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters and everyone else who keeps this going. London is introducing new express bus routes to serve the suburbs of the city. The new Bakerloop line uses fully electric double-decker buses that runs on an express route between the central and southeastern parts of the city, making only 3 stops on its 4.5-mile main section. London, with its extensive underground and rail network, has historically shown little interest in BRT, although the city has had several express airport shuttle services. That changed in 2023 when TfL launched the so-called Superloop, almost a ring of express bus lines crossing the outer areas of London, and BL1 adds a new branch to this network. According to a 2024 report, passenger numbers on 3 Superloop routes that replace existing services increased by 20%. Speeds have also improved. On the northern section of the Superloop, the average speed is 12 miles per hour compared to 9.2 miles per hour across the network as a whole. But the most impressive is the level of passenger satisfaction. 88% of Superloop passengers believe that the service is better than average for London, which looks like a good payback on the humble initial investment of £6 million. At the same time, regular London buses have seen a sharp decline in ridership. Between 2014 and 2025, it fell by 25%. This partly reflects a shift to other transport modes, improvements of cycling infrastructure, and the launch of the new Elizabeth line. By the way, the share of private cars in London's traffic flow also continues to decline. Another problem the new network solves is that too many routes were designed to move people to and from the city center rather than connecting outer areas to each other. Previously, many passengers had to travel to central London and then turn back to reach a destination that was relatively close to their original starting point, but now their routes have been simplified. However, the BL1 bus line is a temporary measure, as the city plans to build a subway line along it in the future, the first ideas of which date back to 1906. The city has committed to expand the Bakerloo line to Lewisham, and preparation work has already begun at the future station sites. So now local bloggers are already discussing where to purchase property along the line to capitalize on rising prices, even though construction will take at least 10 years. Swiss company Stadler has secured its largest order in Scandinavia, signing a contract with Helsinki to supply 63 new Tango Nordic trams, with an option for an additional 120 units, so the fleet could grow to 183 units in the future. Apart from Stadler, KAF and Škoda Transtech also participated in the tender. The design of trams was developed considering the local climate, and in total the specification contains 1,600 requirements, mainly focused on energy efficiency, comfort, and durability. These include heated entrance areas and joints, reinforced door mechanisms, a powerful air conditioning system, and a passenger compartment with a high level of thermal isolation. The new cars are primarily intended to replace the high-floor Valmet trams built in the 1970s and 80s, 52 which are in operation in this city. Some of them even have a low-floor section, so if your city suddenly needs used trams in a good condition, give them a call and
make a deal.
The modernization of tram fleet is a key component of Helsinki's transport transformation, and combined with the current expansion of the network, such as extension of lines to Liasalo and Espoo, Stadler's order becomes an important part of the city's transport strategy. Meanwhile, in Budapest, they signed a contract with Thumterv to design the second phase of the Pest-Buda tram connection. This line, known as the Pesti-Fonado tram project, will connect the tram networks of North Pest and South Buda. The contract includes the design of a 2.2-kilometer extension of the tram line, including fully accessible stops, street reconstruction, and renovation of New Gati Square. The project aims to bring trams back to to Baichi-Zelinsky Street and the southern part of Váci Street, creating a tram axis that completely crosses the capital, providing comfortable and fast travel through Budapest without transfers. The design is expected to be ready by the second half of 2028. By the way, Budapest tram network in general, with 36 lines and a total length of 174 kilometers, is already one of the largest in the world. Meanwhile, testing of the new Alstom Cities X05 trams continues in Barcelona. Their special feature is a system that allows them to receive energy through a third rail in the ground. Such contact rails were installed for the first time in Spain on a newly built section along Avinguda Diagonal, which is to connect two separate tram networks in Barcelona, Trambikes and Trambuses. The new trams are expected to start carrying passengers quite soon. By the end of the year, 20 new electric buses will be introduced in Porto, Portugal, replacing the diesel ones, and thus this step towards complete elimination of diesel buses in the city by the end of 2028. The new 12-meter buses can carry 88 passengers and will be equipped with an eagle-eye system, a screen near the driver's cab which provides a panoramic view of the passenger compartment. The new buses were built by Caetano Bus in partnership with CRC and cost the carrier 8.6 million euros. Meanwhile, in New South Wales, Australia, they completed the introduction of new double-decker electric trains on intercity lines connecting Sydney with Newcastle and the Central Coast. 19 Mariang trains were purchased to replace the 45-year-old units on medium-distance lines running north of Sydney. A total of 610 double-decker cars were delivered, which will run in train sets of 4, 6, 8 and 10 cars. The next section on which Mariang trains will be launched is the So the next section on which Mariang trains will be launched is the Blue Mountains line connecting Sydney with Lithgow and Bathurst in the west. They will start running there in October. To launch the new trains on the South Coast line, platforms are being extended to accommodate 10-car trains instead of 8-car sets. Tracks and power supply improvements are being made, and also Sydney Trains has completed the construction of new facilities for storage and maintenance of the fleet. The government of Dominican Republic has announced an international tender for the first phase of construction of a new monorail line in Santo Domingo. It covers engineering design and construction works for a 10.5-kilometer line with 12 stations. It will run from Charles de Gaulle Avenue near the King Juan Carlos Bridge in East Santo Domingo to the Olympic Center in the National District, providing a transfer to Metro Lines 1 and 2. The new line will serve a coverage area of over 1 million residents and is planned to carry over 300,000 passengers daily. Initially, the line will operate with 4-car trains with a capacity of 562 passengers running every 90 seconds, but the infrastructure is designed for 6-car trains, which will increase capacity in the future. In the next stages, the monorail will be extended west to Pintura, where it will connect with the Line 3 cable car, and to the Duarte Highway, providing a transfer to the 2C Metro line in Los Alcarrizos. By the way, the Santo Domingo Metro itself has been operating since 2009 and currently consists of 2 lines with a total length of 48 kilometers, operating exactly the same Alstom Metropolis trains as in Barcelona. So, by the way, why didn't they build one more normal metro line instead of the monorail? And that's all the news for this time, so now hit the like button, leave your comments, and see you in the next videos.